Hello everyone, this is the Maverick, and today I'm going to be talking about SJWs. Now, I saw just a funny picture, that's why I have it up, called The Anatomy of an SJW, and it's kind of true if you think about it. The bleached hair, their liberal arts degree, the fact that they're kind of scrawny, and also for some reason fat at the same time. They hate their masculinity, and usually they come from lower, middle, or sometimes even rebelling against upper class families. What I mean by that is they either feel like they themselves were victimized, or they're just rebelling because they feel like they can. And they're more internet warriors than real life warriors. And my problem with SJWs is that they're not using logical arguments. They're doing, my feelings don't care about the facts of the world. I feel them, so it must be correct. Your facts are just objective truth, and that's not a good thing. Sorry, but when we know something, we do. It's just, SJWs are really dumb. Very dumb. I understand if you do things for a cause, but at least know your cause is rooted in fact, and that you're doing a good thing, and that you're not, by doing this good thing, taking away from others. And don't rip on other people for doing things that you can't prove. Let me give you an example. The pro-life movement has backing in that they believe this is a life, and there's not a lot of real scientific evidence to suggest that it's not a life. So, why should we be killing our children? On the other hand, the pro-choice movement says, this isn't a life because I say it's not a life, and this is going to cause me pain. Yeah, I'll get into this in a much later video, but my opinion is, and this just might be the Catholic in me, but I think our society is a little bit better when we're not selling our bodies for the pure pleasure of like 15 minutes. And then you have to live with a kid forever. Think about it that way. So when you're trying to masquerade for some kind of cause without knowing good sides of it, that's just stupid. It's very stupid. Let's just get into why it's stupid, I guess. Oh boy, when you talk about SJWs, you have to bring up victim culture. That's a thing that we live in now, is if you're not a white straight male, you are a victim of white straight males. Or at least that's what lots of mainline, streamline, whatever you want to call it, mainstream, there we go, media sites are calling it, for the exception of Fox, which I think epitomes most of the time either the absolute stupidity or the absolute genius of conservatives. And I think if you want to get a real picture of things, don't listen to Fox, because they're conservative MSNBC. They're not quite CNN yet. But I digress. The victim culture. So, you might see to my right, you have the Black Lives Matter symbol. I believe that all life matters. Let me tell you something here. I recently went to DC, and this protest sign that I saw there was a black protest. So they had this huge banner. It said, "We abolished slavery," and it had a picture of the slaves being freed. "We overcame bigotry," has a picture of Obama waving. "We still kill our children." And it's one of those gruesome pictures that we don't want to recognize, where somebody is taking the scissors and starts to cut open the fetus. I hate saying the word fetus because that would be like referring to your wife or your boyfriend as woman or man. It's like we strip away the meaning in something. I believe that all life, no matter what it is precious. Doesn't matter what you went through, doesn't matter the color of your skin, or your religion, or your other beliefs, where you came from, who your parents were. It doesn't matter, except who you are. And who you are is always equal in dignity with every other person. Don't take that to mean you are equal in absolutely every respect, because there are men and women that can run faster than each other, that can be stronger than one another. We are just different genetically, but that doesn't make us unequal. The other flag there is, oh my gosh, the sexualization culture. Oh, it's cringy. But I don't think there is necessarily a problem with somebody being gay. I will talk about the science behind this sexualization culture later, and I'll talk about what started it. But let me tell you, the only thing that I think actually exists in this is potentially asexual, potentially bisexual. Okay. I think all of these exist, but then they don't. I'll explain it scientifically later. People always want the solution to this. I've seen a lot of the parties that aren't the Democrats or Greens or something talking about how it doesn't really matter, just kind of do nothing. And Democrats make things way worse. They say, this is only one example. Say Barack Obama gives some money to his buddy. His buddy gives that money to CNN and tells CNN to spread a huge message about Obama being a hero to the oppressed black people and how the people who oppressed the blacks are the white man. I'm sorry, my grandpa's grandpa maybe owned a slave. Sorry, I can't do anything about that. It's not my fault. Here's what we gotta do. This goes for every belief system. Tolerance. Whatever you believe has to be tolerated at the very least by other people. You don't have to agree. You don't have to disagree. Just let them have that belief. Because then we'll get along a lot better. When we disregard beliefs and just say, I believe you're wrong, you believe I'm wrong, can we meet in the middle and say that we just accept that each other is potentially wrong? Get on from there and be friends. Think about that. A world in which we don't judge other people on the basis of their beliefs, but on the content of their character. I have a dream too. Okay. Thanks, guys. This is the Maverick signing off. Get learning.